note rundown. This time's going to be the 6.18 one. I think this is going to be the World's patch. So this is a pretty important patch. So depending on what they do with the nerfs and buffs and changes, this can affect which team gets benefited the most. So I'm going to jump in. Wait. I don't think Yorick will... Yeah, okay. Yorick will be disabled. I was about to say. If he's going to be there, I'm like, this might change a lot. Because he looks a little OP. So yeah, Yorick, he looks pretty fun. Pretty cool. I do think he might maybe be a little overpowered. But I haven't played him yet, so I can't really say that. But based off of his kit, it seems pretty insane. Like, you could pretty much ult a lane and TP to another. So let's say you're trying to gank bot, and there's a big fight happening, so you want to TP there. You could just drop down your ult, level 6, in top lane, TP out, and your Wraith, or whatever it's called, she's going to keep pushing the lane up to the tower, and maybe even get a tower, depending on how low it is. So you make the enemy team, and the enemy top laner, lose a lot of farm, because all his farm is being lost to the turret, and maybe lose a turret on top of it. So yeah, he ends up losing a lot, because if he stays in lane and he tries to catch that farm, he probably loses a team fight. If he goes to a team fight, he loses all that farm. So that's just my little 2 cents on Yorick. Ashe, I called this like last patch. I said that she would probably need more nerfs, and here they are. I even said the cooldown on her W probably her W and ult should be nerfed, which looks like they did. So this is mostly geared towards the early game. The late game it's still nerfed, but only by 1 second. So it's not too bad. I think she needed these nerfs. Like, she needed them to get back in. To be held back a little bit, because she could spam those Qs like all day long, especially in the late game. And Essence Reaver, like, she never ran out of mana, so she just kept Wing. So yeah, that's good. The passive of Oren Soul was fixed, so this is mostly the bug that if you watch the LCS, TSM went up against CLG, and Oren Soul was disabled in the first game because his orbs were just randomly popping up. So this is the nerf. I mean, this is the bug fix for that. Echo. This is probably for tank Echo. Yeah. Base AD damage is down, which is, I think, fair, because the Triforce Sheen Echo thing was kind of getting out of hand. So yeah, that's good. I mean, I guess now he would be a I don't know. 4. Is that a lot? I can't tell if this is a lot or not. I don't think this would kill him. I think you'd still see him. Yeah. I think it's just a nerfed down Echo. I think we'll still see him, especially in the LCS. I mean, at Worlds. Should be fine. Gnar. Yeah, he needed some nerfs, which I think this, yeah. Oh, well, these are actually... I think this is a revert to a while ago, what they ended up doing to him. So yeah, the base damage on his W has been lowered by 5 damage across the board. 5, so 15, 10, 55, yeah, by 5. And then his hop, the cooldown has been increased. At earlier levels, not late levels. So like the last one is still 12. Construction. So yeah, I mean, he needed nerfs. He was kind of really oppressive in lane. So these are fine. I don't think he's going to be dead, though. It's not that big of a deal. He's still going to be a big... he's probably still going to be a priority pick for top laners. At least in the LCS. In solo queue, I don't see Gnar that much anyways. So yeah, I think this is geared towards professional gamers. Because in solo queue, I don't see Gnar that much. And sure, he's oppressive in lane, but that's the point of Gnar. Like, he's supposed to be a lane bully. And like usually, yeah, he's kind of hard to play in solo queue, I think, because a lot of people don't understand that you have to build up his rage bar before going to a team fight. People just TP whenever, so like they would TP as a mini Gnar in the middle of a team fight, in the middle of the fight. So like they just focus Gnar and he dies before he even turns into Mega Gnar. So I mean this is based off of like Plat 5, Gold 1, you know, that kind of MMR. In higher elos, I'm pretty sure he's more ramp. He's probably more. He's probably played better. Lissandra, health per level down. Let's go stat. That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, 9. That's a lot. I don't get this nerf though. Like I don't even see Lissandra that much. What's the reasoning behind this? Lissandra ult is perhaps the strongest defensive ability among any of our burst range, giving her the ability to make aggressive plays and live to tell the tale. However, her innate tankiness is also outclassing other burst mages, making her choice too easy. Ult an enemy because she probably is going to live anyways. If Lissandra expects to live through dangerous situations, she should need to ult herself or itemize defensively. I don't like that reasoning. Because I don't even think she's that safe at all. Alright, well anyways. I don't know what else to say. I don't see her that much anyways. When I do see her, she usually doesn't even destroy in solo queue, so. Lulu. Glitter lands slow, now lasts the intended duration. So this seems to be a bug fix. Okay. Oh, this was a buff from, wait. Oh, so it's a bug fix. I mean a bug fix, but it's kind of a buff because the bug itself made it so that she was weaker. So now she's actually going to be stronger. So this is technically a buff, since she's been like this since patch 6.13. Alright. I mean, I guess I really want to see Lulu at Worlds. I think what they really want, what people, like what Riot really wants from this is Lulu just being a support, and Lulu just supporting Kog'Maw. I think that's what they want. Like, picking Lulu for Kog'Maw comp is insane. Kog'Maw is, like, really strong right now. Especially in jungle. He's pretty much a ticking time bomb. You could lose lane really hard, but if you stall the game long enough, you're gonna end up winning. Like, you just press your W and auto whatever's in range of you, and you just wreck. So yeah, with Lulu on top of it, with all the buff she got, like especially that attack speed bonus. Actually, I don't know if that'd be a big buff. I mean, a big attack speed buff for him, for Kog'Maw, but I mean, the movement speed itself is already pretty big if you use it on Kog'Maw, and then the ult. Anyways, Lux, ease slow increased. Alright, yeah, that's good. I mean, I haven't seen Lux. I usually see, I see a lot of Anivia, Fizz, Zed. Actually, now I think of it, I don't really see a lot of mages. Because you don't really see Swain anymore. Vlad, if you see him, he's usually top. I have seen him mid a couple times, but not a lot. Aurelion Sol's not played. Let me see. I just played a Zac game. Oh yeah, I see Annie a lot. I see Annie, Anivia, like I said. Oh, Yasuo. Well, Yasuo is mostly top because he goes tank Yasuo. I've seen a lot of Vel'Koz, Ahri, but yeah, I don't see a lot of Swain. I don't see that. But yeah, those are pretty much the big mids right now. So now that her slow has been increased, so it's a minor buff, but it's a buff. I don't think we'll be seeing more of her. I doubt it. Because I don't think that's slow. What's that slow number? 9%. 5 early, 9 late. Actually, I don't know how big of a slow that is. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because usually when she puts down her E. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Actually, I can't comment on this. I don't think... Okay, personally, I don't think we'll see more of her. That's about it, yeah. I don't think we'll see more. It's a nice buff, but I don't think we're going to see more of her for now, unless she gets more buffs. Or the meta changes. Misfortune. Passive does full damage to turrets. Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah, because I didn't like that 50%. Like Misfortune was never really good at taking turrets after that nerf where her passive wasn't able to do full damage. So, like, even if you... Okay, let's say you try to abuse the passive on the turret. It's not that big of a deal because what you end up doing to refresh the passive... If you're trying to abuse the passive itself and refresh it on the turret, to refresh that passive, you have to hit a minion. Then hit a turret, hit a minion. Hit a turret, hit a minion. So the alternating shots itself is very inefficient. So like making the passive do the full damage isn't that big of a deal. Like making it 50% I feel like was kind of ridiculous in the first place. Like I didn't see anyone really using the passive that much. Usually like one hit. And they kept hitting turret because they wanted the turret faster, especially for first turret blood. It's like if you alternate, it's very inefficient and you won't get turret faster. Nocturne. E terrify duration increased. Yeah. 0.2. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a nice buff. I don't... Yeah, I mean, for that, it's... Actually, I don't know. Depending on your build, because if you build full attack speed, so usually around here... Well, actually, I don't know Nocturne enough, because I don't think you max E. I'm pretty sure you max W and Q first, before E. So I'm not sure. That's a nice... It's a good direction to have him go in. Rek'Sai. Here comes nerf number 8. Yeah, last patch I went over it and I was talking about how that was the 7th nerf in a row. This is the 8th one. So I guess they really don't want her to be played. I mean, in solo queue, she's not... In my elo, she's not even that big of a deal. So what they're hitting her sustain right now, like pretty badly. Like not only is her base armor, I think we're done. I don't think we're gonna see her in competitive anymore. I think this is over. 4 armor. I mean a little less than 4, but still 4 armor. That's a huge deal. And then on top of it, the armor growth stat is nerfed as well. She's going to be a lot less tankier. Her sustain got hit pretty hard, and then her late game. Even her late game is just going to be hit because of this. Jeez. Rise. Yeah. So, wait. Oh, it's just tooltip. We don't care about that. Shen. Passive shield and Q damage decreased. What? Why are you nerfing him? Why are you nerfing him? So wait, just because he had... I played a lot. Like when I play top, Shen was like my go-to. Like he was... Like sure, he's strong. Like he can... He can duel a lot of people. And like he's pretty tanky. But why are you nerfing him? It's not like he's running rampage around solo queue, and even if I think about it, yeah, even in the professional scene, he's not that oppressive. Like Gnar is really the one, and he's been nerfed already. What's the reasoning? Shen's global presence should come at a trade-off. He teleports to defend his allies. He's sacrificing his own success. If his presence doesn't turn the tide of the fight, then Shen should return to lane at a disadvantage. After all, his opponent was collecting uncontested gold and experience, while Shen was elsewhere. But with that reasoning, he's already... Wait. At present, however, it's almost impossible to put Shen on the back foot due to how much dueling strength is baked into his kit. Shen will still be able to outtrade his opponent if he can purchase the damage to do so, but will no longer be successful without offensive items. Alright, I guess I see what they mean. I still don't think this is warranted. But I do usually go full tank Shen. I usually don't get the Titanic Hydra. So I guess they want you to... They're forcing you to pretty much get Titanic Hydra, or like without one offensive item, to do the same damage you used to be able to do. Well, it's actually 1%. It's not that big of a nerf. This, though, the base shield. I don't know. This shield is pretty much going to become obsolete again. Like when... Remember when Shen, the old Shen, had a W shield? That's, I think, almost the equivalent, roughly, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I think it was like around 50 shield. Whatever. I mean, I still think we're going to see him because of his global ult. Like, his ult is really strong. But, yeah, whatever. Talia. Q no longer deals bonus damage to minions. So they just want her wave clear gone. Yeah, I get. She needed these. Because what you could do is, so, you get to lane. You Q the back minion wave, the range minions, and they're dead. Like, just one Q. So, whoever she was up against had a really hard time pushing back. And then they also nerfed her E damage. By a lot, actually. I don't know. I'm scared that if they keep nerfing them, I mean, if they keep nerfing her, that she's gonna stop being played. Because her kit is, her damage pretty much comes from a Q that's not on warped ground, a well-placed W, into an E. Like, you really need the full combo to do the damage. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. I don't know. I mean, yes, the Q one is fine. I don't understand this one too much. I don't think she was, like, assassinating people that much unless she got ahead. Vlad. Q's empowered heal down. Yeah, he needed nerfs. He's really annoying to deal with. Like I was saying how I don't see him mid that much. Usually I see him top. He could build one Spirit Visage and then go full damage and still tank everything thrown at him. Especially with his W. His W really helps with staying alive, and then you get Hourglass, which is mostly, sure it's a defensive item, but it's also, it gives a lot of offensive stats. So like he would pull. So he would maybe, okay, let's say he would alt pool. When he came at that out of his pool, he would get his health back because of his ult. Then Zanya's, while he did his E, and just wreck everyone in the back line. Like you wouldn't be able to touch him when he gets to the back line, and if you do, then he just sustains everything up. So yeah, these are really good nerfs. Yasuo, please get him out of my games. He's the most frustrating tank to deal with. This is a great change. So this pretty much forces people to actually build crit. Thank God, because that was like the most frustrating thing to go up against. A Yasuo that didn't build crit, that still outdamaged the shit out of you because of his ult. And then this is good because it also forces you to build attack speed items. And yeah. Okay, cool. Frozen Mallet got changed. So less AD, more health. This is probably to deal with, what's his name, Gnar. And to some degree, probably Yasuo as well. They hit the sustain of Relic Shield. Was it really that annoying? As a group, tank supports have been muscling out their more fragile counterparts. We don't think they are too far out of balance, particularly. But Relic Shield heal proc was covering up a bit too much of their entirely vulnerability to the poke lanes early. Okay, so the meta right now is mostly... I don't like this change. Here's the reasoning. Let's use the LCS as a reasoning right now. We mostly see a meta that's filled with range supports. So Bard, Karma, yeah, and I think we've seen a couple of Jannas. I haven't seen, I guess, Taric. Okay, but even so, I haven't seen enough tank supports because the poke lanes are so oppressive that you end up losing the lane as a tank. Like you don't sustain enough. Like you have to buy a lot of potions. And I see this in my games as well, where Relic Shield is really the only thing helping us against these range pokes, comps, like the bot lane. And it's like really hard to sustain, as is. So nerfing the heal you get from Relic Shields is just making it even worse. Oh well. We'll see what happens. I don't like this change, but whatever. I mean, this was a very good item too to help your AD carry. I guess what they're trying to say is the AD carry itself was getting too much heal from the support. Because for the support, I thought this was a great item, but yeah. I usually don't do these, but Challenger and Master tier players will now need to play more to defend their standing. Oh. Players can... Okay, this is great. This is actually going to enforce a ladder where players are forced to play more to defend their standing. So like a lot of professional players, for example, they're not going to play with a lot of Smurfs. So what this is going to help with is, first of all, make the standings in ladder a lot more meaningful. Help with the current problem of Smurfs in the Diamond Elo, where people keep getting, like, I've seen a lot of Reddit comments about people complaining about how there's so many Smurfs that they have to play up against, and it's like frustrating because they're climbing and then they get stuck playing against really strong people, like really what's the word I'm looking for? Experienced players. So yeah, this forces them to actually play on their main account, which is great. This is also going to help with scouting, because now that the ladder itself is more more competitive and has more meaning behind it, this allows for people to actually go out and scout using the ladder and seeing where these players stand and contacting them for teams. So that's good. I like this a lot. Really, really good change. And these are all bug fixes, and then you get these. I kind of want to get a Kali. Pantheon looks pretty cool too, and Olaf. This is a very sick splash art. The only thing is I don't play Zed, so I'm not going to be able to play it. I'm not going to be able to use it. Alright, thank you guys. That was it. Leave comments below. You know, the usual. Like if you liked it. If you have feedback, please put it down. I'm going to try and come back and talk about Worlds, maybe the teams that are going to go there. Maybe give you my ranking. I feel like that'd be fun to do. Especially since I follow the LCS a lot. So, yeah, I'll probably do that. But yeah, for now, I'll see you guys later and maybe check my stream. Alright, later guys.